on this episode of Shooting the Shit with Sans.
Alrighty. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I am who I am. My name is my name. And welcome into another, this one's going to be short, video on the channel of Shooting the Shit with Sans. I just paused myself. I'm tired of editing it. It takes forever. Just like 5 minutes of my time I don't want to waste, honestly, on editing. So getting into this series, this is going to take maybe 3 minutes. I'm barely joking. After game one, what I saw, it was not fluky by Orlando. Boston was fluky bad. They were fluky bad. Okay. Why does my voice go out when I say bad? Bad. Bad. It just goes away. That's insane. I've never had that happen. Jaylen Brown coming back. I'm back. All right. I'm just not even going to hesitate, not even address it. Jaylen Brown comes back from injury. He playing like shit. Jason Tatum plays like shit. And the thing that we have kind of forgotten, and this happens every year with this type of team, the team that just won a title doesn't come back and get 68 wins. They come back. They're just a 2 seed. They're just dominant. They're cruising. Nobody was really talking about the Celtics. It was always, who's the competitor to the Celtics? But we really didn't talk about the Celtics. And I think what happens is we get lost as fans. We get lost in what they were last year. And do not make the same mistake, because this team is exactly like last year. But they won it all, so they know what it takes. This team is exactly like last year. To me, they are the favorite in the East to go to the title, and I would pick them to win the title. But I have to see, because Boston has things, and this is just a playoff thing, because Orlando showed why they had the guys. I'll get to Boston right now in a second, but let me speak on the series. Listen, game one, we saw the Paolo Banchero. He is amazing. Paolo Banchero is amazing. They are a few years away from even making noise. All right. Paolo has to develop more into a playmaker, and he's a good playmaker. He needs to be a great playmaker and a great three-point shooter. Has some development to go. Franz has development to go, just shooting, obviously, mostly since that shoulder injury. It's kind of come back, but not fully. And I think he can just be a better, more consistent shooter. And then a bunch of youth, a bunch of athleticism, a bunch of defense, a bunch of length, pause. And they still got torched with Jaylen and Jason not doing shit. And Paulo spazzing. All right, so yeah, the series is over. It was never a series. Okay, that's how I'll start this off and end it. So back to the Celtics. With them, they had this luxury of going to the 8th and 9th man, and it doesn't matter, right? All these things, they're too deep. These guys are not scared of the moment. They're playing with confidence. Peyton Pritchard is more effective and more important than last year and has gotten better. He just adds to him. It hasn't subtracted anything. It's just become an addition. You know. And Boston has things late in the clock, late in the game in crunch time that I dislike. That's why in the finals I get shaky to pick them, because they had a freebie last year. Dope. You got the best player, who I think Luka's the best player in the league when he's at his best, better than Jokic is his best. That's my opinion. Anyways, you got the best player in the league. His co-star didn't show up, and y'all were putting him in that reaction. Dope. That's on Luka. Cool. Team played like shit. It is what it is. Did not make an open three. All that. Dope. I'm looking at that crunch time shit. They didn't have to face they didn't have a close game. You know, that's my only questions with them is, my only questions are, can you win a close game? Are y'all clutch? And all those regular season numbers, game winners with Tatum, I don't give a fuck. Because when it's in that last 5 minutes and he's deferring to Marcus Smart, and I know Marcus Smart is no longer on the team. I'm talking about previous years, what I've seen. I've seen him defer to Marcus Smart, to Kemba Walker, to Drew Holiday. I've seen him defer all the time. And then those contested jumpers that are going down in the first and second quarter, when they are awful shots, that contested mid-range, when you live off those, like Kawhi and all that, Kawhi is amazing. Those players are amazing. All right? Amazing. They're clutch. If you're living off those, and that is your shot diet in the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game, every possession, it's coming down to you getting a pick and roll, you didn't get the switch, or you got a switch and you're trying to take advantage of it, and the center's keeping up with you better than you thought, and now the shot clock's at 4. Now you're off tempo going into the hezzy dribble. You don't have a move really out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all this shit. I'm willing to take that with the Celtics. That I've always had those questions about them. And I will always, but they may not see a lot of close games because they're that fucking good. They are that good. They are. So I love what they bring to the table. And that's all I got on the Celtics Orlando, man. Orlando, y'all are a good team. Y'all just ain't a good team. Like, y'all are a good East team. You know what I mean? You got Paolo. He was hurt. Y'all played well without him. You lose Suggs. I understand. You can bring all the excuses to the table. Y'all can't score in the half court. Y'all are Rockets with a superstar. Y'all are the Rockets with a superstar. That's what the Magic are. Jesus. Anyways, that's the end of the pod. I'm done for the day. I love you all. We out. Deuce.